As Australians are increasingly looking at improving energy efficiency and reducing carbon emissions, the market is looking for solutions for high-performance windows. So the Vinyl Council is pleased to be launching a communication platform to share information about uPVC window frames and how these can be a solution in terms of improving energy efficiency of buildings. uPVC windows account for probably less than 5% of the market in Australia, but we're seeing growing interest both from green builders and architects as well as from industry players. So we've got a growing number of suppliers and fabricators of uPVC windows in the market here. So we really want to work together with those players and share more information about the attributes of uPVC window frames and how they can help improve energy efficiency in buildings and particularly in homes. We're delighted to have Rich Walker, the President and CEO of the American Architectural Manufacturers Association, with us to share the experience that the US has had with the growth of vinyl windows and how they've become the dominant product in the window market in America.
Thanks, Sophie, and I'm glad to be here. AMA is represented by about 300 members, of which more than half are affiliated with the vinyl industry. Vinyl windows really started their growth spurt in early 1980s, late 1970s. At that time, the market was dominated by aluminum and wood windows, and vinyl was less than 5%. Since then, in just 27 years' time, vinyl has grown from 5% of the market to 72% last year, overtaking both wood and aluminum. The primary reasons are in the early to late 1980s, the government started mandating energy performance that aluminum had a lot of trouble complying with. Wood windows, on the other hand, were really a little bit more expensive, comparable in energy performance, but not quite as flexible and not quite as energy proficient. Close, but not quite. So that was with the two major tailwinds that really fueled the growth in vinyl windows in the US. Along with one other thing, they were very soon incorporated into all the major codes in the country, therefore becoming something that was recognized just as structurally or as fundamentally sound as any other framed window. That gave them the legitimacy to really take off and be specified by a lot of architects and really desired by a lot of homeowners. When you think back to the growth, it was nothing short of spectacular. It started out at about 4 million in the early 80s and is now, and still growing, it's now at 40 million units a year of vinyl window sales. One of our proudest achievements with respect to vinyl windows is the establishment of our certification program for the profiles themselves. These profiles are certified for heat resistance, dimensional stability, and outdoor weathering to assure that they will perform in applications where the climates present those kind of challenges. I'm looking back now where vinyl windows really started in the US, and we talked about some of the things that put the windows into prominence and started them on the growth rate. I would suggest that there are three things that are very important at the outset. Number one is to certify the performance of the profiles in order to make sure that the profiles are performing as built, as specified, as tested. It's very important to keep the quality image up. Secondly, make sure that the windows that are being sold with vinyl profiles are also certified, because if they're not certified, then there could be other parts of the window that are not up to snuff. And again, it's a chance to give vinyl a bad name. And thirdly, it's very, very important to get vinyl into your major window performance standards and then referenced by the codes.
So the communication platform that we're launching is going to provide homeowners and builders with information about uPVC window frames and the various attributes in terms of energy performance, thermal performance, how the windows can be designed and installed, and general information that will help homeowners make an informed decision when they're thinking about what type of window to put into their house. Another element of the communication platform is we've been working with the uPVC window sector in Australia to develop an industry code of practice, performance requirements specifically for extruded uPVC profiles that will be used in windows and doors here. It's in addition to the Australian Window Association window certification program that the actual window unit also can be certified to. So it's an added part of the performance testing, if you like, that will give confidence to the marketplace in terms of how these windows will perform. The uPVC window industry in Australia is at the cusp of potentially significant growth. We look back at the American story and we can see how quickly the uPVC window market took off in the US, and there's a similar story in Europe as well. So there's real potential here in Australia for the uPVC window sector.
The uPVC Windows Alliance is here to support you. We look forward to hearing from you on how the Alliance can assist your market growth for uPVC windows. And please, encourage your suppliers to sign up to the Vinyl Windows Industry Code of Practice.